Hello everybody, this is Jim and I got some exciting stuff to share today with the latest enhancement to our Fast Track Builder. Now as you know, our team, we use the 8-step pattern. Principle's been around 50 years. I mean, think about it. It's dream, commitment, make a list, invite, show the plan, follow up, mentor with your upline, and repeat. So those principles have been around 50 years, and the reason we kick butt is we do that better than everyone else, and the pipeline is going to take that to a whole new level. First of all, our new wizard that we got set up makes it easy because you can come in and set your dream and commitment. It's going to come in and allow you to make your list. It's going to also connect with your upline. So all those things are taken care of, but that's really not where most people fall down. Where most people fall down at is when they get to the part where it's invite, present, and follow up. The reason most people fall down on the invite process is because, number one, that's where we actually have to talk to somebody, and number two, that's where we actually have the possibility we might get rejected. And so a lot of people don't do that, and that's where the process of duplication breaks when someone don't do that. The pipeline process of the builder is really going to make that a lot easier by automating and really simplifying that process with some great support. I'll give you an example of that in a moment. But for example, at our team, normally what we do is we do a 60-second invite, which is just a very quick invite to invite someone to see the presentation. Then we like to get someone in front of the presentation, follow up with a 3-way call with your upline, and then kind of continue that process. And so we even find that even using that simple process, people are still resistant to invite, because when they invite someone to see a business presentation or a home meeting, they may say no, and people hate to be here no. And so what we've changed in our process is we've got, with the new 60-second invite process, when you go into the invite process, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be inviting someone to watch a 4-minute video. And the reason for that, this 4-minute video is going to allow you to screen the people to see who's interested in the business and who's not. And what's great about it is that no one that I've ever talked to has said no when you ask them to watch a 4-minute video. Now when you go into the 60-second invite and you click that, you'll see it comes up. It actually has even the phone scripts, the scripts that you would kind of learn from Eric's Go Pro book. But really what we want to do is we want to basically call up and do a 60-second invite, and we really want to do make a live call to do that. And so if we might talk to someone and say, hey, when you told me about your job last week that you hated it, were you serious, or were you just kidding around? Let me ask you a question. If I send you a link to a 4-minute video, will you watch it? Well, you're going to find that everyone's going to say yes to that. Now, they may not watch it, but they're going to say yes because it's such a small commitment. And that's the beginning of the process. Now, there's 3 things that you can do. You can do a live invite, and then this email goes to them. You can do, if you get their voicemail, then you do the same thing. You leave them a voicemail. You say, hey, just started a brand new business. I need to practice on somebody. I'm going to send you a link to a 4-minute video. Will you watch it for me? And then what you do is when you said that, of course, then this email goes out. This says, hey, I just left your voicemail. And if you're totally chicken and you don't want to talk to anybody at all, then you do the email and then do as an email invite. Same type of thing. Now again, we really want you to do a 60-second live invite because those are going to be the most effective. And so really all you do is you come to the screen, hit send. It's really no more difficult than that. There's nothing to type. And as you do that, the button's going to turn black, showing that the task is done. And what's going to happen is an email is going to be sent to that particular prospect. And when they go into that email, here's the email, and it says, hey, here's a link to the 4-minute video we just talked about. Get over to watch, and they click that, and it's going to take them to a 4-minute business presentation. And so you can see that presentation starting here. And what's nice about that is they can also watch many other videos as well. And what happens is whenever they click on that, what's going to happen is you're going to, first of all, you're going to get an email that's going to let you know that they just clicked on the link in which video they watched. And so as they're watching the video, you're going to do that. And then what's going to be done is they may watch several videos in that page. As when they get finished, you're going to get a summary email sent back to you that actually tells you which videos they watched and the percentage they watched. So you actually know if they were more interested in being a customer, more interested in being a distributor, if they weren't interested at all. You can kind of gauge that. But again, it's going to really, even though you've invited them to watch a 4-minute video, there are many other videos there they can watch if they choose to. Okay, so now I'm going to go in and I'm going to refresh the screen. And what's cool is when I refresh the screen, if you watch the line beside Jim Fulford under the 60-second invite, you're going to see that the check mark check, because as soon as they watch the video, not only do you get an email, but it's going to indicate that it does. And the green button means that now that they've watched the video, it's time for you to follow up with them. And of course, this is when you want to reach out to your mentor. So when you go into the follow-up, again, it's going to take you to the follow-up, and the purpose of the follow-up call is to invite them to see the complete presentation. And you can You can invite them to a webinar, you can invite them to a business presentation, a one-on-one at a coffee shop, or you can just send them a presentation video. Really, it's up to you to decide. And then one thing that's kind of nice is when you've got the request to call for your mentor, when you do this is actually going to send a text message to your mentor so they can call you to do a three-way call. And then you actually, with your mentor, let them do the talking and you're going to do invite. And so let's suppose that I invited them to the webinar. So I'm going to say, hey, great call. They are coming to webinar tonight. All right, so that was an income producing activity, so I'm gonna add that note. And so since that's done now it's time for me to go and make sure I send out that invitation to follow up with them so they can come to the business presentation. So I'm gonna click on the business presentation invite. The screen looks pretty much the same as it did before, but what's going to happen is now you've got different types of invite. And again, we invited them to a webinar, so everything's already written. You just come in and you hit the send invite, and that's going to send them an email which is going to invite them to the webinar, and then you'll be notified when they sign up for the webinar and when they attend the webinar. And of course, when they watch the webinar, this will check and the follow-up is cool. And of course, on the second follow-up call is when you're going to get most people into your business. But we've got a really cool feature we've also added after you do your second follow-up call, and that's the campaign feature. And so what this campaign is going to do is over the next 4 months, it's going to be sending them emails, and anytime they click one of those emails to or that you're reading, it's going to let you know that they're reading and watching the video from your email. So we got a built-in follow-up system that goes out, and we got one for distributors and a separate for customers. Because again, if Peggy wanted to be a customer when I was talking to her, I don't want to try to make her a distributor. I want to come in and I want to actually on the BP invite send her the customer invite. And what that's going to do is that's going to come along and send her our product catalog, some product videos, and that's going to make it very easy for me to convert her to a customer. And then likewise, I've got the same ability to come in and put a customer follow-up system on her. And as you can see, the first one's already been sent out. It's going to send those things between June 13th all the way until October the 10th. They're going to be getting customers emails sent to them about great features of being a customer. So again, this pipeline process is just a linear process. As you work the process, your progress will go from left to right as you move people through the list. And anytime one of your customers clicks on an invite, it's going to be putting their name to the top of the list. So this is going to be always on the top of the screen, ready for you to see exactly what you do. So again, that's the new pipeline process. You still have everything else on the system. You have the ability to come in and build your list. You have all the different features that we've normally had before, because this is not just for building a group. This is for working your group after you put them in the business. But what's really cool is the pipeline process makes it very easy to come in, do the invitation, do the follow-up, invite them to get in front of the business presentation, and then allow them to get a campaign from you over the next few months so that you can continue to follow up with them every step of the way. So what's really great about this system is that really the only part that you're doing by yourself is the 60-second invite. You do that by yourself, and every other contact, your follow-up is done with you and your mentor on the line, and we're going to be communicating with them with a proven system over the next several months to help put them in the business. Well, that's a quick preview. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll do some individual training with you guys as we move forward. But let's continue our fast growth and have a great time. Catch you later.